What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the 2025 Audi Q7. This one is the TFSI 55 Quattro with the Prestige package, finished off in Waitomo Blue. MSRP is a little over $88,000. We have the black optics package, all-wheel steering, and the Bang & Olufsen audio system. Let's take a look at what is powering this. This also has the air ride suspension, so you might hear that every now and then. But taking a look underneath the hood, you can just find that latch, pull it up. This is going to get the turbocharged 3-liter 6-cylinder. This engine makes about 335 horsepower with 369 pound-feet of torque. Also has a mild hybrid system, 8-speed automatic, Quattro all-wheel drive. Curb weight is around 4,000 pounds and max towing is 7,700 pounds. Closing the hood now. The styling is pretty nice. I really like Audis. They have a very sharp style but also super elegant. You got the nice LEDs with the daytime running lights and then the blacked out upper grille. Got the Audi badge with the cool gray color to it, forward facing camera, nice gloss trim throughout the grille, safety sensors and active grille shutters down below. You can see some nice sporty elements to the lower bumper and then a nice fin design on the side trim with a huge opening to provide cooling to that intercooler. So it's got a really cool design. I think it's a really sporty looking car and yet it's very elegant. We have some sharp body lines on the hood fading to the windshield. Really can't complain with the style at all. At the side, you're going to get a set of 21-inch wheels, multi-spoke design along with the two-tone color, and then all body colored for the fender arches. You can see some smooth lines down below the side skirts, a black trim piece as well, and it says Quattro on the backside. There's body colored door handles and mirror caps, and you can get a little bit of an idea of this color. It's got a cool pearl effect to it. Got the turn signal, integrated camera, and then all black trim throughout these windows. It looks really nice integrating all of the glass. You can even see Audi and Q7 written in it, and then there's a panoramic roof up top with gray roof rails. Side profile has a really nice proportion. This is a 3-row, and yet it doesn't really look all too big. It's not a jumbo SUV, and yet it's got that 3rd row. You got a sharp body line throughout the side, some black trim, integrated spoiler, and your windshield wiper. And then down below, you got a few more sharp body lines in this rear bumper. Got more of your parking sensors, just some plastic trim back here with your dual exhaust. You got your reflectors and then your trailer hitch system all in the center. You can also see the Audi logo once again, and I like the gloss black bar throughout the rear end, cutting into these LED taillights. They got a nice look to them, got your Q7 badge. Just really comes together nicely. It's a really good looking family SUV, can't complain. And then from here we have one button. We can pop open the lift gate. And even with the 3rd row up, you have a lot of space behind it. So you genuinely could go on like a family trip with a decent amount of storage back here. On this left side, we have a storage cubby, also an LED light, and then controls for the suspension and the rear seats here. You can open up this. We have just a little bit of storage. You can see some things here. And then for these seats, of course, the headrests will pop upwards, but when you press these down, those will automatically fold, and you can see them fully nice and flat. From here, you have a lot more storage, definitely a very useful cargo space. And then the one drawback, these 2nd rows, there's no controls back here. So you either reach really far and pull these levers to get them down, or you're gonna have to walk through the side to get those to fold flat. From here, we can just close that by pressing the button and then grab the door handle, entering into the side. We can continue folding down seats. So these will all lock nice and flat, and you're gonna get a really good idea of how much space you're gonna have in the back. Now to gain access to the 3rd row, so you're gonna basically fold this flat like it is, and then push this down, pull this up, and this will be on gas struts to get out of the way to give you a nice walkway into the 3rd row. From here, you have buttons right here you can just press and automatically bring these back up. You do have to hold the buttons the entire time. And then with them up, you can see 2 seats back here, small cup holders, a little bit of storage, and then speakers up above with some dome lights. So then if I go ahead and climb into the 3rd row, I will say it is a bit on the compromised side. This is not like a jumbo SUV with a super useful 3-row. So with this seat up, folded down, and then out of the way, we can take an idea of what you're gonna get. I'm 5'11", and these seats are kind of in a mid position. They're not slid all the way forward or all the way back, and then this recline is all the way forward. So my knees basically right up against it. I have not really the best seat bottom. They're very low. This is as far reclined as they go. They don't have any true adjustments. So it is all right. You have to manually pull this. We'll get this one back up here. But I mean, it's decent in a pinch. If you just have to throw 2 kids back here, maybe that would be quite ideal. But if you need them, you got them at least. However, most people are probably going to use this in a pinch only. It's not a dedicated 3-row. So from here, climbing out, let's get this one back down. I do like, however, you can just pop that and with one hand get this back up. A lot of seats you have to hold it and pull it at the same time, so that at least is one nice touch. So then hopping into the second row, we do have the bar right here. We can slide this forwards and back just a little bit. And then if I go ahead and recline the seat to a more normal position, let's also recline this one, get this where it should be. This is a pretty decent second row. I have a great amount of room with the driver's seat at my height, plenty of headroom. I love the panoramic roof. We have your grab handles and dome lights, air vents right here. There's air vents in the center. And if we go ahead, at least turn the ignition on, you're gonna get a really cool display for all the climate controls. So you can see your fan speed and temperature. I like the clicks you get. You can also see different zones, heated seats. So really good climate system. There are plugs hidden all the way down below, extra storage space. And then on the door panel, you're gonna get a little storage here, armrest, grab handle, the open wood pour design, and even a nice manual set of sunshades. So overall, it's a pretty good second row. We can pull this one down. You're gonna get nice cup holders and armrests to make this a pretty decent way to go. So overall, not a bad way to go for the Q7. Pretty useful for a family SUV. And then if we go ahead and hop out, one last look at the second row configuration. I like the tan leather, the perforations, smooth leather as well. And then making our way to the front seats, you're gonna see the same kind of door panel with just soft touch plastics and the vinyl material, and then this nice smooth tan leather with all of your controls. Got your grab handle, the open wood design as well, memory seats, release handle. And then for the seat, we have massage functions. We also have different controls for lumbar, of course, all of your power controls, and then the smooth and perforated leather. So nice set of seats, just a normal standard Audi seat. And then hopping inside, with my foot on the brake, let's go ahead and fire it up. You will notice the tweeters will pop upwards as well when you start up the vehicle. And then on the steering wheel, we have different controls for your audio controls, a shortcut icon over here where you can make all of these things configure to it, which is a cool touch. We have different controls for the center infotainment as well. So we can configure down as you would expect on any Audi, and then scrolling left and right, we have the navigation, full screen view. You can continue over, see more information like that. We have settings right here for all of your audio controls. And then this one is nice for when you're on cruise control or on the highway. You'll actually see different vehicles in different lanes, as well as your blind spot. There are also steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, stalk on the right for the windshield wipers. We have turn signals on the left. We have our lane keeping assist, and then cruise control is all down below. For the left side, we have more of this wood trim, headlights, the piano black, and then there is a little bit of hidden storage space. We have some stitching up above with our heads-up display. Nice smooth design for the whole dashboard. A huge panel of piano black with the silver trim, wood trim below it. I do like how the air vents are all kind of one piece. So for the multimedia screen in the center, one thing very cool, you can just kind of hover your finger, but you kind of have to press it just a little bit, and that will get you to all the different icons. So nice touchscreen as you would expect from Audi, all sorts of different tiles. You can go into many different menus, really nice displays. You have just a nice haptic feedback, which is a pretty cool touch. Now, going into reverse, you're gonna get your full backup camera, top-down view. You have a 3D view as well. You can easily toggle this left and right. We can exit out of there and see all sorts of different views. So really good use of cameras in this car, making it very easy to see every which way possible. Got the P button for park as well. Now, for the climate controls, they're all integrated into this screen. We have our temperature, fan speed. You can see heated and ventilated seating down below. When you toggle this icon, it pops up here for a heated steering wheel, a few more controls. And then what is very cool, if you toggle the seat itself, it comes up with extra settings. So right here, you can adjust the leg rest, which is the front portion of the seat. If you press this forward, you can see this front moving. So really nice to have extra seat adjustments aside from the standard ones over here. And then you have your bolsters. You can make them tighter on you in the base and the bottom. Swiping over, we have all of our massage settings, and then extra controls for the heated and ventilated. So I like how you really do have a lot of different things within this. Also, one thing that's really cool, this shifter is a perfect armrest for me to easily make adjustments without really taking my eyes off the road or having to have my hand like wobbling while I'm trying to drive. So I find this shifter to be a really big deal about making this a functional screen to use. And I like how you can just hover your finger, but you really do have to press it a little bit to make it work. And you can also quickly adjust this as well. Under here we have volume on off. You have some safety sensor buttons, parking sensors as well for the smart park. We have more of the wood trim, all this colors, which is quite nice with the silver and black. Storage for your key and cup holders. And then the center armrest can rock forwards and back. You can open it up, wireless charging, extra storage, and then a nice size glove box. One last look at the interior. Really nice, can't complain. It's a pretty up-to-date vehicle. It's a good blend of comfort and sport, but also giving you a modern design without going too crazy with just screens. So I think Audi is still making things just quite nice, I would say. We have controls up above for dome lights and everything, and then a nice thin mirror with garage door buttons integrated into the screen. So setting off now in the Audi Q7. So this is a pretty nice car to drive. So in the dynamic mode and manual, of course, it's got a decent amount of power. It's certainly not an SQ7, which has a lot more power, but this has plenty of get up and go to get moving on the highway, merging with traffic, things like that. Going back into the auto mode, or let's just go to comfort, automatic. This is a really comfortable place to be. Now with the air ride suspension, it drives really smooth. We have the double pane glass, very well insulated from the outside elements. It's a pleasant car to pilot. Steering is really nice and effortless. We have a great view around with all the windows. I really like just how up high you are without feeling like you're in a jumbo vehicle. This is a good size vehicle. Obviously the third row is a little compromised, but it's kind of that blend of, it's not the biggest SUV either. So really good sizing, easy to see all around and everything. The tech works great. I'm not the biggest fan of the most tech savvy, fanciest cars, but I've been a big fan of Audi. We own an RS3. I like how simple it is, even though you do have a lot of the technology. The cruise control works fantastic. Lane keeping works really well. You have all sorts of different distance pacings. You have 5 settings, which is actually pretty neat. I love this screen right here, especially because when you're on the highway, you'll see all the lanes, all the traffic. It'll have red arrows going if someone's in your blind spot. So the cruise control just makes this effortless. And like I mentioned with this whole touchscreen screen right here for the climate, there's other cars that have a touchscreen climate screen, which I don't like because you're stuck kind of trying to wobble your hand and you're hitting wrong buttons with the bumps in the road, holding your whole arm up. This, I have a perfect rest for my arm and I can just easily toggle things. I don't have to take my eyes off the road. It is so easy and integrated perfectly. Audi nailed it on the head with how they've tackled this. It looks great, it looks fancy, but it's also really easy. Driving this is great. It's effortless, it's comfortable, it's nice, it's smooth to drive. There's really no complaints. Audi makes a great product. Again, we're big fans of them. I think they make a great product at the end of the day. No real drawbacks with the drive of it. I think it's smooth enough. It does what you need to do. The seat is supporting me really well. I like how you have the basic controls on the seat. You can press the massage button down here and it will pop up on the screen as well. That all works pretty good. I'm gonna leave it on because it actually feels quite nice on a chilly day out, almost freezing out. And then we have all the adjustments, so it's just easy to use everything. And I think just Audi nails it. With all that, same with the screen. You can do everything really well, see what you need to see. Nothing really confusing about it. For being a techie car, they just made it simple, which I really like. Along with that, it is a smooth drive. I think the transmission does a good job delivering all of the power. And the Quattro all-wheel drive is going to give you the confidence, especially when you play with the drive modes, especially that we have off-road and all-road. It's really nice. It might be snowing this weekend, so we'll see if I can test out the all-road mode, maybe tackle some snow with it. But it's a very capable vehicle. It's going to be able to go places, do everything you need to do, and do it very well. And then as far as the build quality, everything seems pretty solid. There are some synthetics in this trim level that, you know, I wouldn't mind having a little bit more leathers or something, but the build quality is still really good. I mean, tackling that train track, some cars feel like they're breaking in half when you hit that, but this tackles it like a breeze. This feels like a really solid SUV, and just the quality, everything about it, it feels like a great place to be. So for a family vehicle, honestly, while 88 grand is still a lot of money, this is a very nicely appointed vehicle, a high-end product as well. And there's other vehicles out there that cost more money than this that I don't think are as nice. So I've been a fan of Audis for a long time, and the Q7 is delivering very nicely. And with that, maybe we can tackle just a little bit of off-road even in the Q7. Take a little bit of a dirt road here, and let's just play with all-road mode. The suspension is going to raise up and just tackling the gravel. Feels like it could do this all day. If you're going to go on a weekend mountain trip or something, I mean, not even an issue, obviously. Anything could do that, but nice to see how capable this is for the family. Can't complain.